Bitch, be for real. George, I don't want to play with you right now.
Rubble still skin. She wanna see my purple pickle up in the wind. Sharp cutters off, bitch, get in. Bitch, I'm hotter than a pepper, no miss.
I like him. He's so handsome.
What's up? New skirt, ice skirt, big.
Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Webalo. So, basically, this last 3 days have been like the weirdest fucking 3 days of my entire life. So, it's my parents' like 20th anniversary, and they left to go to Vegas because that's what they normally do for their anniversary. And they're trying to get used to the whole like me staying home alone thing since I'm graduating early. So I guess that just makes me the designated fucking babysitter or something. So they'll go on date nights and stuff and leave us. They left me for 3 days this time. So 2 nights. They left on Saturday. Oh, by the way, the whole background change, yeah. It's this way because I have my studio set up where I normally film, because, you know, I'm a SoundCloud rapper. And, yeah, it's the way I want it to be, and I don't really want to fucking mess with it.
George, quit fucking messing with me!
So now we're doing it on here. Now, Saturday morning, we've had broken couches since we bought couches, because, people slam on them, people fall on them, and, yeah, our couches are pieces of shit. So, the whole thing just caved in like that, probably like January of last year, and then we decided to fix it, or my dad decided to fix it. Yeah, it's broken again. It just completely caved in. So I'm sitting on the edge of this couch, and it pretty much has no patos on it. So that's awesome. My parents left, and LA's in the middle of like a rainstorm right now. So that's awesome. Love hearing weird noises because, yeah.
Your bitch is a psycho.
For one. But then on top of it, hearing weird noises around the house when you're home alone, 10 times scarier. So I pushed everyone into the living room, and I let them play their games out here because I just couldn't be stable and be alone at the same time. While that was happening, and lovely noises sponsored by the trees outside of my house, I have been writing, and I'm writing like a spooky story and stuff, and I keep watching this channel called Next Pro. I want to say that that's what the channel name is, but they like talk about like creepy conspiracy theories and like creepy shit on the internet, and I fall for it like a fucking dumbass. So, yeah, I was watching that, and that also gave me the heebie-jeebies because, like, you know, you watch that shit at night, and you believe anything can happen. And I was watching the stalker ones in particular, so on top of hearing creepy noises outside of my house, I thought there was a stalker outside of my house. Keep in mind, I live in the ghetto, and there's not a single person on the street ever. Unless they're going to their car, no one goes outside. Then we go to Sunday. Sunday was a productive day. I was taking pictures, everything was going great. And then it started fucking hailing. I haven't seen hail since I was like 5. And when you hear hard ass rocks hitting your window, yeah, that could be anything. Like, it was a hard ass ASMR. And I was not ready for that. Okay, George just got kind of spooked because I went tick, 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 tick. Because my parents also left last weekend, and they had like a Super Bowl thing that they were doing. Last weekend they left, and we were in the middle of like a hard ass rainstorm. So when that shit like was hitting us, there was people messaging me like, hey, like, is your electricity okay? Because like mine's out. So last weekend I was also, my anxiety was at like a fucking like 12 million because I thought that the power was gonna go out, and I don't know how to flick a lighter to light candles, and then I couldn't find the flashlight anywhere, so I was like, I guess if the lights go out, we're all going to sleep. Also, George barks at things that intimidate him because, you know, he's just the vicious fucking dog that he is. So when he starts barking at stuff, obviously I'm kind of like trying to figure out what he's barking at. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure there's a fucking ghost in our house because he just barks at the air, and I don't know how to react to that. My mom stays home with him 24/7, and I get to see him after school, but for the most part, he's sleeping. Not with us, though. He never wants to fucking take a nap then. Yeah, that was awesome. I love when he just barks at nothing. Great. I love my dog. Speaking of my dog, this morning, I got to wake up to George peeing all over my fucking sheets. I love my dog. So George has this thing where I'm guessing he misses my mom and my dad. So he starts acting like a fucking dickhead, just like he is now. He won't fucking leave me alone. He wants me to play with a stupid ball, and I don't want to play with this stupid ball.
Take a nap! Go to sleep!
Don't look at me all stupid. So, instead of going and, like, he'll, like, tap at the door when he needs to pee. Doesn't do that shit. No. He fucking just pissed across my entire bed. Weekend 2. Pissing across my entire bed and just threw out the house because, like, why not? And then we took him outside, and I guess he was all pissed out because, like, he didn't pee or do anything. So, that was awesome. Love that. Love putting my sheets in the wash. Second weekend in a row. But, yeah, also, we found out that there's a dead rat in the middle of our grass, so I haven't gone outside at all today. My parents are supposed to be here at 3. It's almost 3, I think. Yeah, I've kind of just lost all sense of time and, like, everything. I just eat pizza for breakfast. I fucking just want to sleep. And yeah, life's been good and bad at the same time. This weekend has definitely been one for the books because just so much shit has happened for no reason. My parents are super sketch about keeping me home alone because they think that, like, I'm gonna do something bad. Which, I mean, it's not necessarily my parents together, it's more of my dad. I guess my dad just thinks I live in a fucking John Hughes movie because he keeps, like, telling me, like, hey, make sure you don't invite anyone over. Make sure you don't have a party. Like, don't do drugs. And I'm like, you can't do any of those things if you don't come out of the house. I mean, maybe you could invite people to your house online, but that's a stretch. He thinks I have friends. I gotta say, I do have the best parties, I think. But my mom has become a staple at these parties that I'm pretty sure if I had a party and they found out my mom wasn't there, people would be, like, really disappointed. You know, Team Tanya, you know? They love her. And I'm like, great, Mom, I'm glad that you've made a spot at my house, but, like, you know, sometimes you just think, like, maybe they're just coming for Tanya and not me. Like, I would have to go to the trouble if I wanted to do some shit that my dad thinks I'm gonna do. And it's just like, okay, like, calm down. I'm 16, but if you tell me not to do something, I'm not gonna fucking test you and do it. Like, I'm not an asshole, like, George! So, I don't know what my dad thinks, but he thinks that as soon as he fucking leaves that driveway, there are gonna be, like, 4 cars that come in. And it's just gonna be full of party people doing party things, you know?
Like drinking and smoking and having sex?
Congrats, my parents have been together for 20 years. And, George, eat my fucking cuck. I would love to be the person that they rely on to go and, like, go party themselves. Fucking leave me alone. I would love to be that supportive person. Like, because my parents go out rarely. Seeing them go out is like, yes, Tanya and Cisco, do your thing. But I don't know, they just think, like, so poorly of me and my brothers. They think that we're just gonna fucking, like, set the house on fire. Hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe down below. And I'll see you next time.